So we're not going to draw a tree diagram for this because the tree diagram would be huge, and if you listed every single possibility, there would be a lot. So your online bank account says you have to have a password of 2 letters followed by 5 digits. So the first thing we have to decide when counting all these possibilities is how many decisions we need to make, because we're going to draw a space for each of our decisions. Does it make sense that you have 7 decisions that you have to make? Every time you do a permutation combination question in this unit and you do spaces, you need to describe what your spaces stand for. It doesn't have to be a long description. For this one, it's enough to put an L under these to show that they're letters, and D's under these decisions to show that they're digits. Ooh, that's almost a tongue twister. Can you say digit decisions over and over again really fast? Okay. So, how many choices do you have for your first one? When you put a letter in there, how many choices will you have? 26. Because there's 26 letters in the alphabet. Not allowed to use the Enye. Okay? And the second letter, it says all letters and digits may be used more than once, so you could still have 26 letters there. Later on, there'll be questions that have restrictions of not being allowed to use the letter again, or sometimes passwords you can't use O or 0 because they're too similar. How many choices of digits do you have? 10. You have to remember to include 0. So there's 1 through 9 plus 0. And there would be 10 here, 10 here, 10 here, and 10 here. Multiply that together. You have 67,600,000 different passwords. Can you see why this was not a good idea to make a tree diagram? The first branch in your tree diagram would have 26. And then off each of those, you'd have to do 26. And then off each of those, 10, and then 10, and then 10, and then 10, and then 10. And you would list all 67,600. So some of the things that we're going to look at in this unit is we just counted a very, very big number very quickly. And these things are very important for banks because they're looking at, well, how many passwords are possible? Because we want to make sure that someone can't get into your account. Or what kind of things do we have to do for passwords to make them strong? Now a lot of passwords, they make it different between capital letters and small letters. Right? That changes the amount of letters from 26 to 52. That much harder to find a password. Okay, so the questions you can do for this one are 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 16.